Good evening. Welcome to another episode of playing Crusader Kings 3 slowly and badly. It's a couple of days since the first episode was published, and as you've no doubt noticed, it hasn't gone viral. So naturally I have complained, I've written to the viral people and to YouTube, and what they've explained to me is that all the servers and the bandwidth at the moment are required to be used for disseminating information about COVID. I said that the economy is equally as important. You know, it's no good combating the virus if the economy tanks. I explained that if I got 1,000 views, that would enable me to purchase a peanut from the local shop, and it's that sort of economic activity that will keep society functioning in the face of the threat. They didn't seem to have a response for that. They kind of just looked at their shoes. Nevertheless though, my videos still have not gone viral. So, you know, I'm sure you'll agree with me. That's another black mark against these large corporations. As we begin, here we are. Despite the movement on the screen, the fighting movements, the game is still paused, so there's not officially anything happening. I have a concern. What was it? Yes, on watching my own video back, I noticed these men, and I am worried that they are coming to join the fight, because if they do, that will make it about 600 against 750-ish, which means we've still got more, but it's really not a great situation to be in, because I wanted to have a free hand to go around and bully people. I did not want an even fight. So I'm going to click here and check out the diplomacy here. So it's being raided by us, that we already know. Oh, raiding? What? Who is this? Is somebody else raiding them at the same time as us? Well, all these are raids. None of these indicate an alliance. So I'm going to start time. And it looks as though that army isn't going to be beating us up. We're nearly beating this army at least. Vanquished. Come on, they're on 0. How are they still fighting? Okay, let's see. What's this bar for? That must be the false compared to the maximum. Standing still. Raid. Take the money. Raid loot 0 of 97. Oh, that's just the amount they can carry. Well, come on. As you may remember, we visited a couple of locations where there was no loot. Here there is loot. Raid progress. Oh, okay, right. Something is occurring. All right. That's looks like that's going to work out, but we very much want to know how much we're going to end up with. I mean, I'm resigned to the fact that we have done something not really in our own interests. What some people might call a mistake. And to my people, I would offer a non-apology, a form of words that sounds like I am sorrowful when in fact I am not. Right, the bar filled up. It's still got raid loot 0. What's this up here? Victory in the battle, yeah. There's a symbol on the location to say it has been raided, but we do not have any. So what I think happened there was that while we were engaged in battle, these surrounding gits snuck in and took the money while we were fighting. I mean, that's my conclusion. I'm going to send these guys home. What I wanted to do was bring this army round this way so that they weren't travelling across all this land again, and I thought I knew a way to do that, but I was wrong. So I'm going to just click home, and we're going to go home with nothing, and we've spent a load of money for nothing. The reason I can disband the army, but I seem to recall we ought to do that when they are within our own land. So off they march. That's what you might call a complete military disaster. Oh well. While they make their way back, there was something else I wanted to point to, but on watching a previous episode, I noticed that an enormous amount of northern England had flaming torches icons on. I'm not sure how to make them appear now or whether they have expired, but that would appear to have indicated that all this entire region was raided. Now, I guess that's good in a way. If they've had their resources depleted, you know, that will diminish their ability to come and mess with us. We keep getting messages that our spy master, who is supposedly very good, is not finding secrets. These messages are coming up way too often, and when you remember that I'm on the slowest speed, I can only imagine how much of an annoyance they are if you're at a higher one. I'm going to change our spy master's task. So I'm still going to get him to find secrets, but I'm going to, rather than have him do it on our own people, I'm going to do it in, well, Strathclyde's got a huge army. We risk upsetting them. I'll do it in Strathclyde. Alright. Just looking at my notes. Oh, we have the opportunity to sway another council member. And since they all like us a bit more than previously, I think that might be because we've been a king a bit longer. Let's sway this one. So he will like us by 25 more, and that will take 16 months. We also have designate a guardian for our son as an outstanding to-do thing. Let's pause this again. The guardian can shape the sort of person this turns out to be. In other words, give him an emphasis on one skill rather than another. I'm not sure what sort of person we want him to be, which is the kind of knowledge that would be helpful to think through on making this decision. Well, martial skill can surely never be bad for a young male of this era, and if we choose him as a guardian, he likes us a lot. Oh, he's also terrified. I feel pleased that I can be such an incompetent ruler and yet still induce terror. That makes me feel like an impressive individual. We'll do that. These inherit titles have returned. I dismissed those on the optimal grounds that I just wanted to have a shorter to-do list, and they have returned. So there is another task in which I have failed. I have worked my way through the majority of my notes. There's one big thing that I have a note to do, but I feel a bit intimidated by it right now. So our child is being educated. At this point, I would appreciate the game presenting me with a pop-up, I was about to say, and indeed it has, because I was finding myself at a loss as to what to say next. So we get to choose another skullduggery based skill. We have 3 options. We can have Kidnapper, which will allow us to abduct people, which sounds very fun. The other one is Prepared for Anything. Enemy hostile scheme successes will be lessened, and against our courtiers as well. Or Swift Execution. Murder scheme power plus 30%. Well, executing and kidnapping are clearly much more fun than this Prepared for Anything one. And murdering somebody sounds a bit more effective, doesn't it, than merely kidnapping them. So I'm going to go for Swift Execution. Oh, hang on. At the moment, we can murder people anyway. We would just be better at it. Whereas Kidnapper would be a whole new thing that we could do. Let's be a Kidnapper then. don't currently have in mind anyone I wish to kidnap. But I'm sure we'll learn of somebody we'd like to bind and gag. Commonly people are bound and gagged to dining chairs, aren't they? Like, don't often see them bound to an armchair. Well, I will tackle the intimidating thing on my list. We've yet to really examine our religion. I'm just going to have a sip of drink. So, I would imagine most viewers to these videos will have an innate idea of what Catholicism is. There are much more obscure faiths, such as Sikhism, Ibadism, Rugsin, but we are Catholic, and the tenets for this are armed pilgrimages. So these are about holy wars and pilgrimages. Communion, we can seek indulgences, and the Pope can excommunicate people. Not fully sure of all the bad things of being excommunicated, but I would imagine it brings about a precipitous decline in other people's opinion of you. And Catholicism also involves monasticism, meaning courtiers can become monks. I would imagine, generally speaking, we wouldn't want a courtier to become a monk. I can't see what benefit there would be in that. I don't know, I could be wrong. There are sins and virtues related to these. Yeah, let's just run through those quickly then. Sins are being vengeful, being sadistic, being deceitful, being gluttonous as we are, and being lustful. And meanwhile, the virtues are forgiveness, compassion, honesty, temperation, being temperate, and being chaste. The doctrines: ecumenism. If it annoys you that I don't read certain things out, if you're on a big enough screen, I should generally hover over them enough that you can pause and read. And reading is good, and to be encouraged. So I am assisting society in every possible way. Marriage, we won't go through it because there's a lot of things to do with this and the other religions. Monogamous marriage, of course, and the divorce must be approved by the Pope. If there is a child born out of wedlock, bastardry as it is called, they can be legitimised, so they kind of lose their bastard status, but that requires the house head or dynasty head to give the okay. I do not know what consanguinity is. Marriage between cousins, aunts, nephews and uncles, nieces is allowed. Between cousins, aunts, nephews. So it sounds like we would be able to marry our aunt if we wanted to. I don't have any sense that that's some. Well, I don't think we have an aunt, do we? I'll stop with the religion there. If we look at our family tree again, where's it gone? It did not say that we can marry siblings, so yeah. Who's this? Well, that's our uncle. Despite gender equality, we still not would be able to marry our uncle. And hang on, yeah, our uncle. It looks like he never got married, and we don't see any children for him. So marrying people who would otherwise be over here might have been an option, I believe, but there's nobody there, so there isn't. We've got another pop-up relating to discovering secrets. Neighbouring ruler. Well, this time it's a bit more interesting. We are being given the opportunity to fabricate a secret on a neighbouring ruler. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, it costs us money. I was hoping that all it would cost us is the time spent on the councillor's labour, but it's going to cost us money as well. Well, I'm quite keen to get involved in the world of intrigue, so we will invest the money. And we've got a hook on them, on this person. We have a strong hook which is going to last about 3 years. But what is that hook? I thought it would tell us what the dirt is. And we fabricated this hook. It's not actually something she's done wrong, but we've just managed to make it appear that she has. We can abduct. We don't really have a reason to. What is this hook then that we've got on her? I want to know, because that would be fun. I'll be disappointed if it's. I'm sure I've seen in the game that it will tell you what the bad thing we're saying they've done is. I'm deeply upset, and I do not want to move on from this moment until I figure it out. I don't see how we can get any more information on Ceridwen here. Hook available. That's sad. Oh, I'm so unhappy. I want to know the intrigue. Alright, well, I'll have to investigate where we are going wrong. My mood has plummeted on being unable to figure that out. What if we click on our spy master? Maybe. Oh, hang on. I do know. Intrigue, hooks and secrets, Secrets known to me. None. Hooks on you. Yours. Hooks you hold. I've got a... Oh, we have a hook on our son. But that's not because at the age of 1 he's managed to murder, abduct or have an affair. That's because he's our son. It's just indicating that we have like a great deal of influence over him, as you would expect. No, even here we do not get to find out. Maybe it's because we fabricated it, you know, it's just kind of more notional and vague, like since it's made up bullshit, you know, it's not a specific thing. We're just basically throwing shade on her in a highly generalised way. Perhaps that's the way to view it. Do I have any more notes to go through? We've designated a guardian, we've looked at religion, we're swaying a council, we spoke about the fact that torches here made it look as though widespread raiding is going on in northern England. One thing related to religion, being a glutton has been a constant bugbear for us. I wanted to mention that if we were suitably powerful, we could reform Catholicism, at least in our own locality, such that gluttony was no longer a sin. However, we would have to be considerably more powerful than we presently are. I believe that there will be no way of us becoming so powerful in our own lifetime that we could lose the terrible effects of our gluttony as fought upon by those around us. And that was the alarm to end the episode. Let's just deal with this pop-up. We have the opportunity to throw shade on this person in a highly fake news way, if we wish. She is a petty queen. Where is she? Oh, right. So she's in the... Oh, hell. Yeah, let's just... We've got a fabricated hook on this person. And we haven't enjoyed the fruits of those sort of things so far, but it does mean we are spreading our ability to enforce our will later on in the game. Alright, let's pause. So, I don't recall... Oh, here's disbanding our army. Are they still travelling? No, they're standing still. All the time that they are standing about on the map. It's costing us money. Are they actually in? Yeah, they are in our land. So we'll disband those. And I will bring the episode once again to an end. It would be pleasing to say something in conclusion, and what I will say in conclusion is thanks for watching and cheerio.